Hello and welcome back to a Kooky Corner of YouTube. I thought I would catch you up on some of the things that I've been doing since I last caught you up. I try and do a catch-up video sometime during the beginning part of a month, and I realise we're kind of a week into July already. Nevertheless, here we are. So the first thing I'm going to show you is if you've been following along with Jeri Bellini and her Dot a Day project, which I have been doing also, then recently Jeri put up a video about how to make a journal, a fabric journal. And so I had quite a few that I'd made already, and I thought I would give that a go because I had a reason that I needed this fabric journal. And you can see it's quite full. And that's because a lot of the things in here I already had been waiting for something to put them in, and this is the thing that I have made. So it's 8 of the Dot a Day squares that I've been making with Jeri, and also just sewn together in little book form. Now Jeri gives full details of how to make the journal on her channel, so pop along across there if you want to know how to put your own together. This one's been slightly modified by me. I've kind of gone my own way with it a little bit, but the basic putting togetherness of it is beautifully explained by Jeri over on her channel. I'll leave a description, I'll leave a link to Jeri's journal in the description box below this video, so if you want to check that out, if you want to make your own journal, then it's all Jeri's idea, so pop along to her channel and you'll see how she put it together. I'll go through a brief description of mine. Basically it was 8 of the dots and it was put together in a book form, so I sewed these 4 together, I sewed these 4 together, and then they were put together with this middle bit so that we can make some kind of a book form with it. The pieces of calico that have gone into the middle, these were very kindly sent to me very recently by the lovely Gabby from Gabby Chic Dolls. I'll leave her link to her channel if you want to go and check up. But she sent me a beautiful doll, and she also sent me some fabrics, and the fabrics she sent me included this beautiful calico, which has gone into making the book. I lined it with a piece of a fat quarter that I had previously bought and just stitched into it, and then that was the lining for my book. I still haven't put its closure on yet, which I'm going to intend to do, but I just wanted to show you this because I don't know if I'll have time to put the closure on it now, so it might be just a finished piece where I just put some kind of a closure on there, and maybe I could do some decoration on the spine as well. Not quite sure if you've got any comments or any ideas of things I could do to close it up. I didn't do the closures as Jeri did that were enclosed into the book because I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. But now I've got more of an idea about look how thick it is. It's huge. Right, as to the contents of this book, some of you have possibly been doing the Great Big Little Stitchery square project along with Annie and the Arty Fartists in the Discord channel and on Facebook. That has just recently finished. Now I didn't take part in this particular swap because I had so much going on. I didn't really think I'd have the time to do it, but there will be, Annie said, another swap which will be starting in October. Now we don't want to talk about it just yet because we literally the swap for this particular time is just finished, so we need a little bit of a rest in between. But come October time, it will be swapping square time again, and so I missed out this one because I had a lot to do, but I will be doing the swap square for October, which will progress. It probably takes up until the end of December before everything's sent out and completed. Annie Claxton will be giving all the details of that as and when. Obviously, she's not going to be doing it now because we've literally just got over one of the swap squares. I think we do about two a year. So October is going to be the time where you're going to be wanting to have a look and tune in. But before that, if you go along to the Discord channel or Annie's Facebook group, you will then be able to hang around, get to know some of us, and when the time comes to find a swapping partner, you might know a few people already that you can swap with. So that also will be going down in the description. This is a very long-winded waffle. I do apologise, but I'm just going to show you what I've put in here now. I have done the previous 2 swaps to the one that's just been done. And this is what's in my book. In the book, I had 24 leaves or pages, and I could have double-sided it, but can you imagine that would have been way too thick to have 48 pieces in here. So I kept it to the 24 and just did 1 per page. And there's a reason why that is as well. I'm going to explain when I show you. Now, some of the things that I got as swaps, some of these beauties here, I've got a whole pile left of, I underestimated how many I had basically. And I've got a whole pile of beauties left. But I think I might want to make a bigger journal because some of these are bigger pieces. So that's going to be on the cards next so that I can get those into a journal as well. Anyway, I thought you might want to have a little look inside my journal to see some of the beautiful swap squares that I got. Not the last time that's just finished, but the couple of times before that. So we got all these beautiful pieces. Now inside I've put little cards with the names on, which I'm going to try and, I've got little tags I'm going to sew on so that we can see who each one was by. So this one is the first one in my book. Then we got these are the little tags, so I've just kind of pushed them behind. These next 2 are by B. Henderson. One of them went missing, so she made me a replacement one, and then the other one turned up. So I am the proud owner of 2 of these swap squares by B. But yes, look at all these glorious, beautiful squares that people sent to me. This one always makes me giggle. This is from Kate Walwook. We have a long-running conversation about Norwegian blue parrots. So I got a few owls as well. As you know, I do love an owl. And this one was from Sarah Jane. And this one's Paula. All these beauties. This one was Sylvia's. And Helen. So many beauties. Look, more owls. I was going through an owl phase, so people were sending me owls, and I love owls, so I'm always happy to get a new one. Well, that's from Annie. This is Annie's one that she sent to me, and we've got this little owl here, this little pink owl with bows. This is just stunning. Look at this. Look at all the stitch work that's gone into that. If I hold it up, you can see all the stitches in that. Just beautiful. Oh, haha, I found a spare page. That means that one of the ones I couldn't fit in, I can actually fit on there. That's a joy. So, yes, wasn't expecting that. I must have missed that one somehow. This is from Jen. Oh, it's just so beautiful. This piece of felted needlework and, everything on there is just glorious. But yes, these are what I have actually spent my afternoon filling the pages of this. Look at these spooky ones. I've got a couple of spooky ones that came through. That one was from the lovely Magpie Sue. I think it was Sue. Oh, look at the tag. Yeah, Sue. This is Susan Parker. And I think I managed to fill them all up. Yes, I did. So apart from one, which I'll now hurriedly find one out of my stash of ones that I haven't packed in. So there will be 24 swap squares in this book. how amazing is it that you can I can look through these and I can remember the actual time when we were all furiously making squares to send off. But how lovely that this journal is just so perfect for putting your swap squares in. So if you are of a mind and you want to make a little journal, if you just recently completed swap squares with people, or if you are considering doing one in October, then you could get yourself a little journal ready to put them in. I know I'm going to get I've got to get another journal made for all the backlog of the ones I've got here, but how lovely that it all fits into one, and I can fit 24 into each of these. So happy that worked out. As I say, need to put a closure on it, but really happy that worked out, and it's just so squishy. just want to keep, when you get something, you just want to keep touching it and feeling it. Just feels so nice, and it's so lovely to flip through and see everybody's hard work that went into doing the swappy squares for the Great Big Little Stitchery square. So yeah, details of all this will be down in the description box below. And that was that one. Now on to index card today. Let me take you down a little. The last week was week 5. So the week 5 prompts were sepia, parfait, bonsai, pixel art, castle, panorama, and splash. So first one I did, this one obviously is sepia, and I did forgot to say, the theme was ink, so we had to kind of think about things to do with ink supplies. Not, it's not a rule set in stone, but it's a nice little prompt, and it does get you using up some of your supplies. So I did this mushroom, and it says here, look deep into nature and you will understand everything better, which is allegedly a quote by Albert Einstein. I haven't checked that through, but I did like the quote, so I put it down there. So that was for sepia. Try and keep these together. Next one was parfait. So I went in with this delicious looking fruity marvelousness of all kinds of layers of lovely things, and I'm kind of feeling a bit hungry now. We've got yum down there. I must have been feeling hungry when I drew it as well. So that is parfait. The next one was bonsai, and I did a watercolour bonsai tree, and we've got the words grow in your own time on that one. Because if you've ever helped a bonsai tree to grow or to shape it, you'll know that it does take time. Then we went on to pixel art. My favourite game way back when was Pac-Man. So I did a pixel ghost from Pac-Man game, and I've got a real ghost being scared by the pixel ghost. Don't know what I'm thinking. Who knows? Next one was castle, and I did this fairy tale castle. Now, when I was a child, I had a book which was a book of fairy tales illustrated by Jan Pienkowski. I think that's how you pronounce the name. And I was always inspired by those beautiful pictures that were on the front of the book, which were kind of like in silhouette. So I took my inspiration from that for that one. The next one is panorama, and having had some fun with folded cards previously in this challenge, I thought I'll give it a go again. So we've got the word panorama on the front of here, but when you open it out, we have got a panorama. 2 little cottages, some little fishies, a boat, and a ducky. So that was my take for panorama. Fold it back the right way, otherwise you can't read it. There we go. And the last one for this week was splash. So we've got a little splash of water here, and I've got some little sea creatures. I don't know who he is. I have no idea, but it might have been a precursor to my blobby video. Just finding blobs and making them into fishies. So that says splash in there as well. So that is ICAD up to date. I hope you're enjoying it, and if you want to still join in, pop over to Instagram, look for the index card a day. The daisy yellow one specifically is what I'm working on, and you can still join in. Haha, I'm still here. I'm not buried under wool. Feel like I might be. This is the other thing, or the two other things that I'm doing at the minute. Can't keep my hands still, so I am doing something with these, and let me move that to one side. It's a little bit big, isn't it? Let's move it over. It's a very large basket full of yarn, and I am making these squared circle dots. I'm still in the dot phase here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. It could be that they end up as a blanket. It could be that they end up as a lovely autumn jacket for me. I don't know. I've not made my mind up yet, but I need to find a pattern if I'm going to do a jacket in order to do the said jacket. But look at those colours. I just love the colours. And the yarn I'm using is called Lagoon. I will find the label for you. It's a variegated one by Yarn Smiths. And I've got 6 different colours in this yarn, and just happily, whenever I've got a minute, putting together these dotty squares with a circle in the middle that these then square off. And I am loving the variegation in the yarn colours of this, and they all go together really well. The 6 ones I picked out are all going together really well. So there is that. So I'm looking for some inspiration. What can I make with these? I could easily do a blanket. A blanket would be an easy do. I'd just join them together. But I really wouldn't mind making some kind of a jacket. Now, I don't know what size these are when they're done. Let's do an inchy one. About 4.5 inches. Yeah, give or take a little bit. They're about 4.5 inches each. So if anybody knows of any patterns that I could make, not specifically blankets, blanket I can do, but if you know of any like cardigan, jumpery, warm things that I can make for myself, even ponchos, I don't know. If you know of any patterns, direct me to them. Leave a message down in the description box below, and it might be one of yours that I picked to make these into when I finally get them going. So that's one of my projects. Let us know the new word for crocheted projects. They're projects. There they are. So that's one of the projects I'm up to at the minute. Talking of projects, here's the other one. I do like myself a long-term project, and I seem to have got a few going on at the minute. But with this, I'm really loving. This is just so simple. It's these beautiful diamonds with all your scrap yarns, and that is to make Rebecca in Europe's scrap yard hoodie, which I will leave a link to again down in my description box if anybody's interested. Pop along to Rebecca's channel, have a look, see what's involved. Basically at the minute I'm just in the process of crocheting up a load of these diamonds, and I've got a whole heap of them. Some of them I really need to start putting together. But I'm just so happy just making them, so I'm just going to keep going. It takes a fair few to make a hoodie, and so I am cracking on with those, along with the other crochet projects, along with all the other bits that I'm doing as well. But you know I like to keep busy, so look at all those colours together. I'll be so happy when it's made into a hoodie. It's going to look lovely. It's going to look just my kind of bright and beautiful. So yeah, that's going to be an ongoing one. I am off again. I will be back in a week or so time. There will be videos up while I'm away, so you're not going to miss me. I'm not going anywhere far. But yeah, so I've got plenty to be getting on with. I've got inspiration to do other things as well, but I'm trying to stop myself from starting something else because I really do have enough to be getting on with. So that's it from me. I hope you have enjoyed this little look into some of the things I've been getting up to, and I hope some of them might inspire you to have a look and have a go at even one of them or all of them. Don't do all of them once. Don't be as mad as I am and try and cram all the things in. But do you know what? I'm having a blast. I'm enjoying it. So it's all really good. Anyway, have a great time. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Show me those thumbs if you're enjoying the stuff that I put out for you. If you've got any comments and things, don't forget to leave me a message down in the description box underneath the video. Bye for now.